Where am I?
You know what my problem with moths is?
What is your problem with moths?
They're nocturnal.
Okay.
They only come out at night. They're like
Okay.
owls.
So
But
do you want to be seeing more during the day, or
Okay, but here's the thing. Their favorite thing in the world is light. At nighttime, they just go to the nearest, brightest light. If they just woke up a little bit fucking earlier, there's a pretty nice light that they could find. But they're too goddamn lazy. What's up with that?
How long did you mull this one over?
2 weeks, baby.
You're okay, great. Welcome back, man.
Thank you.
How was
It's
your
It's been a time.
vacation from everything? Did you go anywhere? Or
No, I was
it's a
government.
staycation slash
I was government mandated to not leave the house. So
because of the damn Rona, or
yeah,
still really.
yeah.
Man, Canada's like a third world country now.
Oh, absolutely. I think we are number one in the world for vaccinations at this point, which
That's surprising because I know it's taken y'all forever to get them.
Yeah, a couple months ago it was real bleak, but now we're like I don't know, at least top 5 for first shot, and then we're getting there for second shots. I'm double dosed up, so everything's fine.
That's good.
Yeah, man, everything's fine. I just hung out in a nice little house.
Yeah. How is not working at the candy factory?
It's been real
next?
nice.
What's the next chapter? The next character arc for Skillshy?
You know what? I've thought about it about zero. I put a lot of thought into that moth thing.
Yeah.
But everything else, no.
No.
Yeah. I'm just trying to ride out the end of the world.
Okay. There's probably
I think I'm a little bit early, but not that early.
Yeah, you're a little ahead of the curve, which is, I mean, it's good to be prepared. It's good to, have some foresight about what may or may not happen. But, sometimes, look, none of us are getting out of here alive, so who cares?
No, exactly.
So I'm going to get drunk and, try and talk to girls on apps, and they're not going to respond, and it's fine.
It's fine.
It's good. And I love women. Let the record show, because apparently it doesn't show. I can't fathom why.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything is fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's good.
Yeah. The apps are good, and you're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah, no, truly, the slipping on apps is fine. It certainly exists in my life, and I'm not going to stop.
Well, that's all you can ask for at this point.
Yeah. Unless, a certain individual comes back into my life, in which case I will stop. I would stop all of them for that person, and maybe one other person. And if they're listening, which they're not, hello.
You know who you are.
Yeah, you should know.
If you're listening and you don't know, oh boy.
If you are listening and you are the person, but you don't know that I'm talking about, I don't know what to say to that. That's rough.
That's an issue.
I got an ice cream sandwich a week ago from when we posted this, because of you, and I felt it was a bad idea.
Ice cream sandwiches are good. What happened?
Well, because the last time I was there, I mean, you know what happened, but the last time I was there was with a lady friend, and then I never saw her again, and that's fine. And I was like, surely going back, maybe I'll manifest just casually bumping into this person, which is an insane thought to have. I had a lot of insane thoughts actually that I didn't tell you about. Not like bad, just like weird.
Yeah, for the people who don't know, we almost never talk outside of this podcast.
Well, because it's a once a week show, and if we're going to be doing bonus episodes, then we like have to save everything.
Yeah. We're not that interesting of people. We have to hoard content.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the going to get the ice cream sandwich is bad, and also they're not that great. Like you saw the picture I posted; it's in the Discord if you're curious. It looks really good.
It does.
It's messy because you heat up the cookies,
and
then the ice cream melts, and that's a disaster. And is it nice where like someone has melted ice cream all over them? You have to kind of like clean it off of them, and it's like it's a little bonding moment. Is that a nice memory that I have? Maybe, I don't know, but. It's fine. I'm not going to do anything about it. Also it's really heavy. Like you only want to eat half of it, if that. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a bit of a sharing food for sure.
Yeah. What else? Oh, I applied for. I was on Craigslist looking at gigs, which is never
okay.
Never a great sign. Yeah, I was bored. It was a 3-day weekend. I'm like, shit, I guess I'll just look for supplementary income. And,
how'd that work out?
Well, one of the things I applied to was a hand modeling gig.
Okay.
Because they wanted
Derek Zoolander.
It was like the ad was like for like doing dances with your hands, which I've never done before, and like doing like tricks on like tech decks, which I've also never done before. But they didn't like ask for competency in that. They just wanted pictures of my hands. So I was like, well, maybe this is just a weird person, but it's my hand, so I don't really care. Whereas if it was feet, I feel like that would be way worse, and I feel like that's me being a hypocrite. But like also, I don't know.
I feel like hand fetish is not very represented in the...
It's not very represented. It doesn't feel as perverse. I don't know. Because like I guess I could appreciate both a nice hand and a nice foot, but I'm not jacking off about them. And I think that's reasonable.
Hands do things.
Yeah, like these are nice hands. You guys can't see them, but Skillshy can. They're nice hands. I could be a hand model.
You could.
I didn't hear back, but maybe there's still a few days left for them to get back in touch with me.
They probably got a lot of people.
Yeah, probably. The other one I signed up for was like a hospital jail thing, but for your eyes, which I guess would still be hospital jail. But it was like you get like $900 just for taking the test to see if you are able to do the study. So I was like,
yeah, that's a good deal.
Why not take the $900 and then be like, oh, I guess my eyes are too whatever can't do it. Oh well. And it's like $3,000 something if you do the study. So that would have been great.
I should do that.
Yeah, you should. You need it more than I do. This is like me being like, I don't need the money. I'm just bored. Yeah.
I'm bored and I need the money, and I'm still not doing it.
Yeah, that's probably
really banking on like the daughter of like a finance minister in China to get assassinated.
And how would that affect you?
That's a catalyst, a linchpin to World War III.
Okay.
Like that.
And then how would you be making money from all of that?
Well, World
War III happens. You're just hoping the end of the world happens.
Yeah.
And you don't have to deal with anything. Okay.
It's like she gets assassinated, and then
girl boss stays winning. Well, I guess not, because she stopped winning pretty abruptly.
Yeah, iced. And then it turns out that it leads back to the CIA. CIA killed her, and then
of course,
finance minister in China. He's got some clout with the. Do they have a president?
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah.
Yeah, president.
Is he president? Is he emperor? Is he?
I think he is president, but I mean,
yeah,
same way that Joe Biden is president.
Yeah, we all know who it really is.
It's
Kanye West.
Me.
I don't believe that it's you.
I have this bit in the Reasonable Beef Discord. Shout out to them. Not that I don't think any of them listen to this.
No, they should not.
Because they would hate me. But I have this bit where like they're always talking about Marvel movies because they don't talk about like real movies. It's always like stupid Marvel shit, which I watch, but like I don't take it as seriously as they do, and I'm not into the comics. Just let the record show I'm not a fucking loser. But they'll always talk about like, oh, who do you think that like this character is? I'm like, well, I know who that character is because it's me. I play them, and I say that about like everybody.
Yeah,
and it's just a blast, just lying.
It's good to lie. I lie.
They like it too. They're into it. They love the bit.
That's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you have that in your life. I like to lie in customer service situations.
Yeah,
I like to tell people that I have children at home that I need to take care of, and then they feel bad for me.
Oh, yeah. One time, one of my managers asked me, like, "Oh, how, like, do you have a wife and like?" She, I guess, thought I was old enough to have a wife and kids, which I guess at 28 I am. And I was like, "No, it's just me." And she was like, "Oh," and I'm like, ugh.
"Yeah." And that's the end of that conversation.
Yeah, I was like, "Cool."
Yeah, I remember I worked a retail job. I told people that I was a vegan.
If I had if I worked at Costco, which again,
and you're just like, I have an 8-second relationship with this person. I could say whatever I want.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
when I was lifeguarding, I kind of did that. People would ask for things, and I would come up with reasons to not help them.
Yeah.
One guy was like offering to pay me hundreds of dollars to like be a lifeguard for like after hours stuff for when no one should have been at the pool. So I would have had to like also break into the pool and like open it.
Yeah. Did you do it?
I did not. Maybe I should have. That would have been a cool
Perhaps
story.
That's why you're looking for hand modeling jobs now. A lazy millennial.
Dude, don't call. I hate being associated with millennials.
Me too, man.
You're more millennial than me, okay? You are more millennial energy than I am. I'm a bit of a zoomer at heart.
I feel like I'm a bit of a zoomer as well.
I did. Okay, folks, vote now on your phones. Go join the Discord if you're not in already, and sound off on who is the bigger zoomer, me or Skillshy, and it's me. But
Among Us.
you sussy baka imposter, bro.
Speaking of sussy imposters,
this is a nice segue into your crime.
Yeah.
Sick.
So I did research one crime, and I don't have the appropriate documents to support my theory. And it is a theory. I am trying to solve a crime here. So,
this is like an unsolved thing.
This is an unsolved. People think that it's solved. People are under the impression that they know what's what.
Okay, I can't wait to see how where the twist is here. What famously solved crime you're going to describe and be like, well, actually, I think it's the victim who was. Did I ruin your bit for you?
No, everything's fine. So you're familiar with art. It's a little bit of.
I was an art minor. Yeah.
Yeah. You do drawings.
Sort of. Yeah, I did that monkey drawing, and that's about it. Yeah.
It's literally my favorite drawing. So
it is one of the all-time greats as far as drawings are concerned. So 1 for 1, I'm doing pretty good.
I'm gonna look up one more time just in case I can find it.
Find an article.
So, Mr. Vincent van Gogh.
Yeah.
You familiar?
Yeah, he cut off his ear.
Well, did he? Did he?
Jesus Christ.
So, there's another artist, Paul Gauguin.
I've never heard of him.
Oh.
I feel like most people haven't, unless I'm just an idiot, which...
he's, people know him, I think. he's no Vince. I'll tell you that much for free. So they were roommates, right? Am I
Oh my
right
god,
on
they
that?
were roommates.
Oh my
That's like a
god, they
Vine.
were roommates.
Is that a Vine reference?
That is a Vine reference.
That
Now
sucks.
who's the millennial?
That sucks. No, I don't. I never was on Vine. I just see people reference it, and I'm like, this
Right.
this is dumb. Look,
So
I was making
anyway,
fun of the like two millennials that
it was
listen to this.
satire.
Yeah, of course.
So they're roommates,
Yeah.
and there's the ear incident, as it's known in
Mhm.
society, the famous ear incident.
Yeah.
The next day, roommate Paul Gauguin flees the city, leaving almost all of his possessions.
That's not a normal thing to do.
And this is like the 1880s. It's not easy to get stuff. Stuff barely exists.
Yeah, they didn't have a whole lot of stuff, so if you had some stuff, it's pretty nice.
So he leaves.
God, I'm a genius.
It is pretty nice to have stuff if nobody
now
else has
stuff
it.
is shit. You have stuff. You don't
Everybody
want
has
stuff.
everything.
Everybody has stuff now, but back in the day, not just anybody had stuff. You had to be a pretty cool cat.
You had to
have
be
stuff.
somebody.
Yeah. Many people aren't somebody, actually.
I'm not anybody.
Same. I mean, I'm definitely
just got like genuinely a little bit sad for me. So he flees, leaving his stuff. Vince writes him a letter to his new address and assures him that if he comes back to be his roommate again, there is no bad blood and they are still friends. Weird.
That's
Weird.
some simp behavior, if you ask me.
Were
they roommates or were they roommates? You know?
Am I right, folks?
I mean,
it's possible.
Who's to say? Did
say?
Van Gogh ever marry?
We'll never know.
His roommates.
I'm gonna look it up. I believe that he did not get married.
He seemed like kind of an incel king. So
never married or had children. Was unlucky in love.
Or he was, I just did a limp wrist gesture.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say his favorite month was June, but if you want to go that far as to gesture a slur.
I didn't gesture a slur. I did one of those memes that the kids on Tumblr do these days, and therefore it's fine.
Yep, sure.
Look,
Tumblr.
I'll just claim being non-binary and I can say whatever I want. Fuck you.
Another Zoomer classic, Tumblr. So he writes this letter, and he's like, "Hey, we're still friends. Mm-hmm. You can come back." And then he writes a letter to his brother, and it's like, "Hey, you know what kind of guy Paul Gauguin is? He's the kind of guy who is exactly in this book, and I cannot find the name of the book, but it doesn't matter because it's not a real book. Like, it's a real book, but nobody has ever heard of it. It's like, the brothers tandem bicycle or something. It's, it's like, nobody cares. It's just a nondescript.
So is he in many ways Don Drapering his roommate, but like the old version of that?
Sure. He's very much the character in this book. And at the end of the book, the character that is being attributed to Paul Gauguin murders his best friend on a camping trip, and then is like, wait a minute, if I tell everybody that it was an accident, no one will know. It's fine. I could say that he killed himself. I could do whatever I want. I'm the only one who knows the truth. And that's the end of that book. Very, very interesting.
You're right. He is kind of a sussy imposter.
Yeah. So I don't have any sources. I have nothing to back this up. But if you do read the 800 letters that Van Gogh wrote to Paul Gauguin and his brother, it's in there. I saw them.
How
I
could a
don't have them.
famously insane person write that much?
Yeah, he's a painter, but he knows how to English? In 1885? No.
I don't think so. Yeah, that's too many things. They didn't have a lot of stuff, and you couldn't do a whole lot of things.
What are you, Davinci? There's like 8 guys on Earth that can do that many things at a time.
No, if you had like more than 2 hobbies, like we would have heard about you by now. You're famous for doing a few things. That was how it was back then.
Davinci is mostly famous for just doing a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Like if you bring up Davinci, no one cares about like the specific things he did.
He's
like,
he was
also an inventor.
Yeah, he did everything.
He was a painter.
He was a
also
pedophile.
Invented things. Yeah, probably.
I mean, who wasn't back then?
The children.
Well,
they're just into younger children.
Trickle down economics.
Sure.
Trickle down pedophilia.
I mean, that could work. Could it?
Not viewers, listeners, you decide.
Like when one of the children get pregnant, right?
All right, no, okay, this bit sucks. Now I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to deal with anything that sounds more real than just tee-hee pedophiles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I wasn't excited about saying it, but I was like, you know what? We don't do a lot of bits.
Well, it's because it's a true crime podcast. We have crimes to discuss. We're not here to be funny. We're not here to do bits.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so here's another crime.
Am I even recording?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it is. I am on my end. We'll find out, I guess.
Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
If we have to scrap this episode,
whatever.
Yeah.
Well, okay, because look, I'm looking at the thing, and it doesn't. On my end, I don't see the little squigglies, which I just noticed.
You got a lot of squigglies on my end.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's on your end, then I don't care.
Yeah.
Great.
Everything's fine.
We'll peek behind the curtain then.
Well, everything's fine. We got squigglies.
Yeah. No squigglies on my end.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah.
Perhaps we will swap services.
Well, this is their first time. It's not like with Craig where he just kept dropping the ball.
Yeah. Craig.
Zach.
Coward.
Yeah, he's fucking loser. Speaking of cowards.
Uh-oh.
Sisters. I don't know. I feel like we can't really talk about it now.
Yeah, we're not really a gossip podcast. Just, if you know, you know.
Well, I feel like we can't talk about it because the one that we would be talking ill about, hypothetically, not that we would talk ill about anybody, I certainly wouldn't.
I only talk ill about criminals.
True, yeah. Well, I don't even really do that. I try and stand everybody on this podcast, especially women. Girl bosses stay women. I'm not a misogynist. Yeah. Let the record show. I have to be very clear about that. The person if we were to talk shit, which we never would be the one that was on this podcast. So I feel like that's kind of in poor taste.
Yeah.
But,
we love everybody.
Nobody did anything wrong. Everyone was just living their truth. Yeah.
If you've been on this show, you're great. Except one of you.
It's me.
I didn't say it. It's Matt.
No, Matt was good.
I don't know if Matt was good.
I thought Matt was good.
Matt is fine.
You're just saying that because he's going to be listening to this. You're like going to freak him out.
Oh, no. Wrong Matt.
Oh.
Matt was good. Other Matt.
The one in the episode we deleted. Yeah, that was
Maddie.
Maddie. Yeah, that was rough. But it made me look good in comparison. So
yeah,
that was
all
cool.
relative.
Yeah.
So here's another crime. Here's one that's in the news. Here's one that KSL.com will tell you about, but podcasts will not.
What's KSL.com?
Good question, dude. I think it's a local news.
Yeah, I was like,
it's a local newspaper in Utah, I think. So here's the headline for you.
Yeah.
There's about to be a fire, in quotes. Man yelled before setting apartment complex on fire.
Sick. Me.
I mean,
big me energy.
Real Nostradamus over here.
Yeah.
A man who said there was going to be a fire and then laughed before igniting a fire.
Literally me with the sweeties. Oh no, things are going to go horribly wrong. And then I do just villainous things that make things go wrong. Oh, what have I done? Also while laughing. Yeah, yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's 27. His name is Forrest Xavier Wilkinson.
That's kind of a cool name.
No, if you ask me, the parents are the bad boys here.
For naming him Forrest.
Yeah. Forrest with 2 R's. I always forget that Forrest only has 1 R, but then when I see it with 2, I'm like, who wronged you? Who upset you?
I like 2 R's. I like 2 R's in Forrest. I think it should always have 2 R's.
No.
Yeah, I think.
Write it out on a piece of paper right now and tell me that you feel okay with your life. No, don't type it. I want you to write it on.
No, I mean, well, I don't have paper. Why would I have paper or a pen? I'm not at work. Why would I write anything down? That looks fine. It has 2 R's. It's fine. Who cares?
No, I don't like it.
All right. Well,
who hurt you? I know.
Well, yeah,
I know who hurt you.
Well, there's a lot. I could go through a whole list. Maybe that should be one episode where I just list everyone who's wronged me.
Yeah.
In detail. And then be like, open and closing statement, not a misogynist. Now, a lot of these people are women. In fact, almost all of them, if not all of them, would be. But, no, there's some men who have wronged me, too. Not as many, though, just because I don't really get close to men. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Oh, dude, I saw the fucking wildest video on Twitter. I have actually a couple things to speak about on Twitter. It was like a clip from like the Wendy Williams show, and she was like, get a load of this guy. And it was like some famous TikToker, and she's like, his name is Swathy, I think. I don't know. I've been off TikTok for a while. Yeah. She's like, this guy has a lot of followers on TikTok, more than me. And then she was like, he's got like 2 million something. And then one of her assistants was like, well, you've got more followers on Instagram. And she's like going on for like a couple minutes about how like he has so many followers and he's 19. And then she ends it with, and this Friday he was murdered. So there was a crime. He died. I guess we don't know who did it.
It was perhaps Wendy, based on her
honestly
her demeanor.
Yeah, because she was she got way lost in the bit. Or
that sounds like motive to me.
Yeah, it's not motive.
It's true.
And then the other thing I saw, and this was a viral tweet that maybe you saw. I saw it, so maybe you saw it. I don't know.
I've never seen a tweet.
Okay, so
I'm ready.
So it was a Snapchat screenshot about a woman being like, "Hey, I don't think it's ridiculous that like I should have an orgasm," and he's like, "No, like that's stupid." Yeah. Did you see that?
I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, I'm doing a horrible job explaining it, but it was
absolutely
pretty viral this last week. Like,
yeah,
it just showed up. I didn't follow anybody who tweeted it. Well, that's actually not entirely true, but I'll get to it. And I was like, oh, this is a funny little anecdotal thing, but whatever. Like, I mean, I didn't really think that. I was like, ew, this sucks.
Yeah.
But I kept on, and people were like, wow, that guy sucks, blah, blah, blah. And the tweet was doing numbers, one would say.
Yeah. Of course.
Of course. And then a friend of mine who I went on a date with in college once, messaged me and was like, it really sucks seeing your viral, like your Snapchat conversation go viral, not on your own tweet.
Yeah. That's
and
rough.
I was like, yeah. She was like, that was my conversation that I had. I was like, oh shit. Right.
You got an inside peek.
I did. And I was like, how does it feel for a white woman to be appropriating your content? But in a way that they're allowed to do that. I love women. They should steal more people's content and pretend it's their own for clout online. And they can get away with it because they're great. And I don't hate them. Let the record show. Why are you just smiling at me? I'm doing a bit, kind of.
Just letting you go.
Just letting me hang myself.
Yeah. Just seeing what happens.
I just thought that was funny. It's funny seeing somebody you know have their shit taken from them, and then just be like, "Cool."
Good for them.
Good for them for not bussing. Apparently, Luke did a bad job.
Yeah, sorry, Luke.
His name was on the Snapchat, and we're not doxing anybody.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Forrest Xavier Wilkinson. Do you say Xavier or Xavier? You gotta ask. It's the real answer, but I say Xavier.
Yeah, I think it should be Xavier, but I think sometimes if I'm reading it in my head, I will say Xavier. You know,
yeah.
But I think Xavier's I think right. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, he looked at a guy on a balcony in the apartment complex and said there's about to be a fire, and then he lit his own apartment on fire. He lived there. And then he just like stayed. And then when the police came, he was like, by the way, the police are following me. And so that's why I had to light my apartment on fire. I don't know what else to do. They're going to find where I live. And then all the evidence. So we don't know what the cover up was covering up.
Yeah. I mean, all the evidence.
Could have been the TikTok murder.
And it's all connected. Probably.
Yeah.
Wendy Williams, come on the podcast, defend yourself.
I do not want Wendy Williams on.
I think she would be a great guest. I would love to have Wendy Williams.
I think
unironically, I think that would be hilarious.
I think that we would get a lot of clout, and I think that I would be upset for an hour.
How is that different from normal? Other than
I am upset.
Clout.
I am upset for about 18 hours a day. So.
Yeah,
it's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. So that's my crime. I got it out of the way early. We got half the show still ahead of us.
Well, let me tell you, my crime is not 30 minutes worth of content.
Too bad.
Okay. Well, movie review. I saw Black Widow, and it was fine.
I saw Raya
and
The Last Dragon.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, I liked it.
I like the animation.
I still, Awkwafina, I don't know why so many people put you in things as the funny side character.
Yeah.
But I'm sick of it.
Yeah,
I'm sure she's also probably sick of it if it wasn't for the money.
Yeah, probably.
I
was a fan of Awkwafina in like 2011. She was doing music.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, this is all right. And then, she got too big too quickly, and now I don't think she has.
I don't even think it's like her fault. It's just like casting directors, and she like just doesn't. I don't know. Not like she probably doesn't say no to stuff, but she just like there's no reason not to do it from a money perspective. But like, God, dude. Something else. Like in the next Marvel movie with the Shang-Chi, right? I mean, it's not the next one, but it's one coming up this year with one of the guy. I forget the actor's name, but he's on Kim's Convenience. He's the main guy.
Yeah.
She's once again funny side character. Make her the guy. I don't make the guy a girl. I don't care. I'm woke. Just make her not the fucking side character for once.
I think Awkwafina should play Jack Torrance in a reboot of The Shining. Okay. I think that would do numbers.
I think that would be sick. That would be pretty funny. But it'd be a very serious, dramatic role.
Yeah. I don't know if she can pull it off, but I believe in her.
Well, I think she has one movie that I think was serious. I forget what it's called, but it came out like
Crazy Rich Asians.
No, like 2017, 2018. It was like she was the lead. And it was about like a grandma dying or some shit. I don't know. I didn't watch it. This is me, a friend of mine telling me that she saw it and explaining it, and this is me remembering it years later. So
it's a lot of what this podcast is.
Yeah, and that's what people want. See, Awkwafina, do something else.
Awkwafina,
get on the cast and defend yourself.
I would have Awkwafina on the cast.
That would be. I mean, why not Awkwafina and Wendy Williams both in the same episode? It's a double episode.
That would destroy me.
I think that would be fun. We should have all of my ex-sweeties on, and just
not at the same
time. No, at the same time for sure.
I think back to back. I think there should be a waiting room where they can hear for the first 30 minutes, and then you just pull another one in.
Okay. Yeah.
Where they can't defend themselves for 30 minutes.
Maybe you reach out because I know they don't respond to me. And we can set that up. And that would be interesting content at my expense. And probably their expense. And probably your expense. No one's winning.
Not even the listeners.
Yeah, probably not. It'd probably just be very... I mean, so I'm glad I was able to get Matt on last week because I was like, I'm going to go into this like drunk. If it's a solo episode, I'm just going to be drunk, completely mask off. Character.
Yeah.
And then just like be depressing for an hour if I even made it that long. And then I would upload it and be like, okay, here we go.
It's very hard to do a solo hour-long speech.
I was an only child, so I still am one. Really good at talking to myself. I do it all the time.
Yeah, but how often is that interesting?
I mean, I think it's pretty interesting, but
give me an example.
No, I'm not going to give you an example.
I gave you an example of my moth thing at the beginning. I had to come up with that.
You had to come up with you thinking about moths, but like not really. It was just like a fake bit.
What do you mean it's a fake bit?
Well, it's like stand up where they're telling a story, but it's not true.
Yeah, I'm not Dave Chappelle up here. I'm, these are my thoughts.
You don't actually fucking think about moths.
Yeah, you're right. I thought about it today.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, man.
It's fine.
Okay, hanging out with your wife and be like, moths.
I
would do that with whatever bae I'm fucking stuck with in
my
2
wife.
years. I would with your wife in a very platonic way. Just be like, well, you're sitting there. I'm going to think about moths, and you're not going to talk to me not because I don't want you to talk to me, but because you don't like me.
Which is fine.
And I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm going to think about moths or whatever other bug.
It's an acceptable perspective to have.
I think all my perspectives are pretty. I mean, all my perspectives are pretty acceptable.
Sure.
Yeah, I think all of them are good. They're all bad. There's not a stinker in the bunch, frankly.
So here's something else I was thinking of. Do you have content? Do you have a thing to say?
You can say your fake bit, and then I'll say what I was. I don't know. I was just gonna ramble about a TV show.
Okay, I was gonna do what I think is an interesting little thought. Yeah. Just a quip.
Yeah. This is so meta in a horrible way. I fucking hate myself for even talking. Continue.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a millennial action that I'm taking.
Yeah. You're doing. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Like, I'm not talking about Harry Potter here. It's fine. I'm not going to ask which Hufflepuff is a Moderna.
Oh, but real quick, what's your Myers-Briggs personality type? Though?
INTJ, baby.
Really?
No, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think you are, like, because I was an INTJ for a while, and we are.
When I see someone mention their Myers-Briggs, it's always INTJ.
Well, yeah, it's because like people who flex. I was an INTJ for a while, and I think being out of school and like my ADHD getting worse. Mm-hmm. Not that. Spoiler, I don't believe in any of this shit. Sorry, the one listener that I know who does believe in this, I don't believe in it. Maybe you're not going to be my friend anymore or whatever. It's not real.
It is absolutely not.
But hypothetically, let's say that it is for fun. Because it is fun to think about, kind of. Because like my brain got less structured and my life got less structured, I think I shifted from an INTJ to an INTP.
I don't know what any of this means.
I don't either, but... Apparently, according to the test that I took, I'm an INTP.
All right.
But what's the fucking millennial thing you're going to say?
It's not that millennial. Okay, so you remember...
Are you a Hufflepuff?
Yeah. You remember, like, March 2020?
Oh, that was a great time.
Everything shuts down.
I was reveling in the shutdown for that period of time.
And when that happened... movie theaters shut down, and they were already struggling to stay afloat.
Doing too good.
They weren't doing it. So there was like a very real possibility that movie theaters just would not come back. Like maybe a couple indie theaters would pop up later, but like it was looking like movie theaters would just like not exist.
Well, I was thinking what it was going to do is accelerate everything into like the Alamo Drafthouse business model, right? Because like at least they're offering something beyond just going to the movie. Like they're offering the service of, I mean, other places do this other than Alamo Drafthouse, and they did it.
We just want the sponsor.
Yeah. Also, would love a Blue Apron sponsor. So
hell yeah.
Blue Apron, I'll gladly give out,
we'll do a cooking
5% code. I'll do it on the YouTube channel. I'll do it on Twitch. Fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Slide in those DMs, Blue Apron. Anyway.
I also, if you get it for Twitch, I want to cut. So, I mean,
we can talk about that off mic.
All right, fine.
We can work out a deal.
So there was like the real thought that movies were not coming back, and the last big movie to come out was Sonic, and everyone was like joking around. They're like, "Wow, I can't believe Sonic like destroyed the movie industry."
Yeah.
And now I've been thinking a lot about like the apocalypse and how it's very impending in the next 10 years. And I was like, there's going to be like a last big album. Like music's just like, nobody's going to make music anymore because society has collapsed.
Music, they can just make it the way we did.
Yeah, they'll do campfire songs with a banjo.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
But like we're not going to have...
we're not going to have DAWs anymore. Yeah, okay.
We're not going to have iTunes anymore.
You can't go viral on Spotify anymore. Big whoop.
Yeah.
That's not what music's about, man.
But there's going to be like a last produced album that everyone knows about. And it's going to be like 21 Pilots or like a Sum 41 reunion album.
Sick reference.
And people are like, it's going to come out, and then like everyone's going to be like, wow, this is like, it's not bad, this is okay. And then just like out of nowhere the world's going to end. That Chinese girl is going to get headshot, as I said. The finance minister's daughter. You not remember I constructed
I do. I don't like this fictional scenario being discussed. I feel like you're going to speak it into reality. I don't like that too much.
I'm telling the people how to start the dominoes falling that will never stop falling. Yeah,
we'll be fine.
everything is not fine. The
It'll be
world will be ending in several different ways in a decade. And that's
I probably
it's
won't
for
be
the
here to
best.
see it. It's fine.
Yeah. I got another 12 years in me personally. On a personal level, I got about 12.
I got like a good
Maybe 11.
7.
Yeah.
And then if things are going the way that they're going right now, that'll be it. And I think people will be happy about that. I think they'll celebrate that for me.
We'll have a Zoom funeral for you.
Oh yeah, because no one would be going to it in person.
No.
No.
Like, they'll advertise it in person. It'll be like, hey, we're going to have, like, there's a nice funeral home. We're going to spread his ashes over the ocean or whatever the fuck. Everyone's like, can we just, like, Zoom? Just, like, do it at, like, 1:30. Like,
yeah. Like, you don't even have to, like, be on camera. You just kind of call in. It's just like a live stream on Twitch. No, it's not even Zoom. It's just a Twitch stream of a coffin.
Yeah. And the whole
and people are saying
F
in the chat, or they're like just, saying poggers or something.
Are you allowed to say poggers again?
I don't think so. I think that emote is gone still, which is sad. I have my own custom Twitch emotes if you're a subscriber.
Very interesting.
So, subscribe to Robinson B. Crusoe on Twitch. Give me the Amazon money. Because don't give me your real money, but give me the fucking Amazon money.
Give me Jeff Bezos' money.
Yeah. If you have Amazon Prime, which you probably do. But
yeah. I hope his spaceship
blows up.
Just disassembles, I'll say. I hope the spaceship is disassembled at an inopportune time for oxygen. Is that coded enough language?
No, probably not. But he's also not a politician, so I don't think it matters. And also, people have signed a petition saying they want his. I just think it would be funny. I think the idea of there's no reason to go to space.
No, there's
zero.
Nothing there.
Zero reason to go to space.
The reason that billionaires want to go to space is because the Earth is dying.
No, it's not even. I don't think it's even that. Truly, I don't think it's that. I think that's too doomer, and I think
I am a doomer.
Well, obviously, but listen,
you nailed me.
Listen, they do it because it's like it's just. I think it's just an ego thing. I don't think they're like, well, we're actually going to try and flee to Mars because Earth's not going to be hospitable, so we're going to terraform Mars into being someplace we can live. I don't think they really believe that. And I think if they're being honest with themselves, they need people buying their shit. All these people do because it's a capitalistic society and consumerism, especially how disposable everything is. Like they need people buying stuff in order to sustain their wealth. And so much of their wealth isn't just like cash. It's like tied up into stocks and shit. Or assets that are on Earth that they probably want to not have disappear. And they just don't super duper care.
Because if they bring enough to Mars, like people love Elon Musk. And they're like, I want to go to Mars. I want to be one of the first 100 people to go to Mars on his space bus or whatever the fuck. Like if the guy in charge can just control the oxygen, or if you are allowed to go back to Earth and see people that you love, he has a very strong chance of never losing power ever.
Well, I mean, for sure. I think it's definitely like a power play if they could set up a colony there, but I don't think it's like
there's nothing stopping them from doing slavery on Mars.
No. But like people in the olden days didn't like go to America because they thought Europe was like going to die. They just went because they're like, I want to fucking stick my dick in America,
Yeah, but now the Earth is going to die. Now that Europe wasn't going to die, but now Europe is going to die. You know how many people got the vaccine there? Like 40% of people.
Okay.
I lost confidence in the bit.
Oh, what? Because of the bubonic plague? Was that the bit?
No, the bit was just that Pfizer is destroying the planet or something. I don't really know what the bit was.
Okay. Sounded like it was generated by an algorithm.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Do you want me to do my crime?
I would love for you to do your crime in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right. I was trying hard to find another Japanese crime, and I think I've maybe
you gotta lay
dug
off.
up as much as I can from Japan.
The hits.
Well, because it's like I could find fucked up Japanese crimes, but they're not funny. And there's like one I was like going to talk about, and I was like, this is a bit of a downer, and I don't really need that right now. So I got one that's, I wouldn't say funny, but maybe light. It's still a serial killer, so like, you know.
Okay.
That's about as, I mean, but it's fun, you know. So we got this this old broad, Leonarda Cianciulli,
Lizzie Borden,
I think. Leonarda. This happened when she was born in 1894.
Okay.
She died in 1970. And
That's
so,
wild.
I guess the time period here is around World War II. So, I guess in 1939, she learned that her eldest and favorite son, Giuseppe, was going to join the Italian army for World War II. And she was like, well, I cannot let my boy die for his country.
Yeah.
I won't do it. Fair. Any mother would do that. That's worth their salt. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think my mom would care, but whatever.
Your mom? I won't get into it.
Yeah, that's fine. So she decided that, well, I got to do anything to keep my boy from going to war. So obviously, the conclusion is human sacrifice. Obviously, not of the son.
Hitler.
No,
of Hitler.
No. She decided that
Woodrow Wilson.
3 of her neighbors, who are all middle-aged women, were like primo candidates for human sacrifice.
We don't do a lot of that anymore.
No, we don't. We do not. So the first victim, Faustina Setti, she was a lifelong spinster and came to Leonarda for help finding a bay. And she sort of helped. There's a little back and forth there through mailing. And then, you know, she set it up with the bay. Things were going good. Faustina goes over to visit Leonardo one last time, and she's like, well, sacrifice time, baby. So she just, like, killed her with an axe and just put her in the closet.
I feel like that's not the traditional method.
No, it seems a little, like, last minute she decided to do this, and that's just how it happened.
Where geographically is this located?
Where in Italy? It's
Which other volcanoes around is what I want to know.
No, it's in Pozzuoli, kind of. It's like near Naples, which is I guess near Vesuvius-ish. So, but it's not like Pompeii. I mean, Pompeii doesn't really exist.
Too?
No. Okay, so
it's Roman.
So not only did she chop up she cut up the body into 9 parts. She put the blood into a basin, and then this is her official statement. I threw the pieces into a pot, added 7 kilos of caustic soda, which I had bought to make soap, and stirred the mixture until the pieces dissolved into a thick, dark mush that I poured into several buckets and emptied in a nearby septic tank. As for the blood in the basin, I waited until it coagulated, dried it in the oven, ground it, and mixed it with flour, sugar, chocolate milk, and eggs, as well as a bit of margarine, kneading all the ingredients together. I made lots of crunchy tea cakes and served them to the ladies who came to visit. though her and her son also ate them. So that's
Does the
cool.
son know?
I don't think so. And
"Hey,
apparently, also
thanks,
this girl.
Mom. Now I
also,
don't have to use a bayonet on a
thanks for the
American."
cookie. Yeah. She also got that lady's life savings somehow. So that was cool.
Just a little sneaky little perk.
And then she killed 2 other people basically the same way.
That's very video game logic.
Although,
Like you kill
actually,
someone,
no.
you get all their money.
Yeah, right. I wish that's how it worked. So actually, no, the third person was a little different because instead of making them into cookies, she made this lady into a soap, and this is again from her official statement. This third lady, whose name is Virginia
Wolf.
something Italian. She ended up in a pot like the other 2. Her flesh was fat and white. Ugh. When it had melted,
the murderer.
Yeah, this is her statement. When it had melted, I added a bottle of cologne, and after a long time on the boil, I was able to make some most acceptable creamy soap. I gave bars to neighbors and acquaintances. The cakes, too, were better. That woman was really sweet.
It's a real Fight Club move.
Yeah. And then apparently her sister kind of thought she was a sussy imposter. So she reported her to the police. And she only confessed when they thought that her son did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an OJ situation.
She only got 30 years in prison.
That's still a lot of years.
She killed 3 people and then basically ate them. And also made other people eat them, which I feel like is way worse.
Yeah. You're right.
So that was light. That was fun, right?
Yeah. It's a fun little...
Girl boss stays winning.
Red cell.
Yeah.
No. No. I got nothing. I wanted to do like a T-cell cake, like a tea cake, but T-cell, but I don't really know what T-cell means. So.
Well, I don't either. So.
I think it's something.
I don't know enough about doctor things.
It's a lymphocyte. It's a type of lymphocyte. So.
Ah, yes.
There you go.
Of course. Very good. Very good.
In case you're curious. T-cell cake? Is T-cells blood in a cake format?
You're a cake. Sorry. I did the quickest whip and dab.
Yeah, just for the record, for the folks at home who are voting on who's the most millennial between the 2 of us.
It was ironic, though. I can do
irony is very millennial.
No, I think it's super. Being way too online is pretty Zoomer.
Zoomer is, it's like post irony where it's only ironic to get to a wholesome end.
Well, I do enjoy doing those things. So
yeah.
So I'm a Zoomer mentally, which is to say, mentally I have not aged in a while in a bad way.
I agree.
Yeah. And that's good. That's fine.
I feel like I should stop mentally aging. I think I mentally aged very quickly, but I never got the wisdom, the knowledge that old people have.
Dude, I have so much wisdom.
I have no wisdom.
I'm like all wisdom, no intelligence.
Yeah.
It doesn't work particularly well.
I don't know. I don't really know what wisdom means. I have no knowledge of anything. And then I just have like a jaded outlook of everything, which is a very old person thing to do.
Yeah.
But I don't have like, like I don't know what a spark plug is. I don't know how to like order a pizza on the phone.
Really?
Like on the app, I can do it.
You just call them and they're like, "What would you like?" And then you just say what you want. And they're like, "Okay." Where do you live? And then you tell them, and they're like, "Okay."
Yeah, I don't know.
That's too
feel
much.
like, well, like you don't. When you look on the app, you get all these deals, right? They have coupons.
That is true. I mean, there is a look. I can go through a drive-through and talk to people just fine.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's way easier to just do the deals on the fucking app and then have them just give you your shit.
Yeah, you get to browse. There's no browsing on a phone call.
That is true.
You have to be like, "What are your specials today?" And then you have to trust that they know what they're talking about.
And you'd be like, "I want a cheese pizza."
Yeah,
because everywhere has a cheese pizza as far as pizza is concerned. And cheese is a topping. Fuck.
Cheese is in fact a topping
because it goes on top of the pizza. You can have a pizza without cheese. Therefore, cheese is a topping. So cheese is optional. So fuck everybody who told me I was wrong.
If you have a circle of dough and tomato sauce,
yeah,
is that a pizza? Does that qualify? Because you could put cheese on it, and you're like, "That's a cheese pizza." It's not a pizza. It's
and
a.
You can have a bunch of ingredients on it and not cheese, and you'd be like, "Well, that's still a pizza." But there's no cheese.
If you put dough, tomato sauce, pepperoni, mushroom, that's definitely a pizza.
Yeah.
But if you put dough, tomato sauce,
yeah, that's, like I feel like pizza needs a topping, which cheese is included in that category.
Yeah,
we solved
3
pizza.
ingredients.
And with that third ingredient, that's up to you.
It's optional.
Yeah. Well, it's not optional. I mean, you need it. Yeah, but you can chop up some tofu and put it on your pizza. That'd be weird, but I'm not going to stop you.
Potato's pretty good on pizza.
But I don't like potatoes.
I had a walnut on pizza this last week. It was pretty good.
Ugh. Well, I mean, I'm allergic, so
it was. Yeah. I had it was gorgonzola cheese, little chopped up pear, and walnuts.
Gorgonzola is a good cheese on.
It's a great cheese.
A lot of things, but pizza specifically is really good. Gorgonzola cheese and the world's finest wine.
Sure.
Yeah, I made French food this week. It was pretty good.
Was that escargot?
No, it was not. I would never make escargot. I've had it before. It's fine, but it's not my favorite. You know what's pretty good? Tripe. Tripe's pretty good. Fucking like
fish?
No, it's like a sheep's stomach or whatever the fuck. It's pretty good.
Sounds like a fish.
Like trout.
Yeah. Like a rainbow tripe.
Yeah, it could be a thing in Animal Crossing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do they have an updated Animal Crossing in really any significant way in like
since Egg Day?
Well, like apparently they've only just added in for like the whole year, other than adding in like diving and like the dream stuff. They've only added in seasonal events. Unbelievable.
I thought the dream stuff was very cool. I didn't really check it out. I checked it out a little bit, and I was like, wow.
They'll still feature in fucking the DS one or 3DS one. Oh, have you been playing Mario Golf?
I played a little bit of it. Yeah, I realized that I suck at it. Once there was elevation involved.
Oh, you got to the part in the story where they're like, "Hey, you need to go cross country."
Yeah, and I was like, you know what?
I also hit that part, and I was like, "This is not golf."
Yeah,
this is stupid. And
I got very confused about the rush portion of it because they're like, "You need to run, you need to be very fast," and like, I don't know the benefit of finishing first.
There isn't a benefit of finishing first, but there is a running clock that persists throughout the whole
It's
thing.
fine. I'm not afraid of no clock.
Yeah. I think if like you were getting dunked on by other people and it kept slowing you down, then maybe it would be scary. I don't know. But I never was like, oh, I want to be first just because I don't want to get hit by the other guys. But like other than that, I don't really care.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. We should partner. We should duo on that.
Yeah, we should do a little Mario Golf, or have other people in Discord if they have a Switch and Mario Golf. They want to play Mario Golf.
I got the pre-order bonus because I was affable to the cashier.
I also got the pre-order bonus, but you got.
Did
pins.
You pre-order? I got pins.
I got a little bag with the zipper.
I wish I got a bag. That sounds useful. I wish I had the
pins.
I'll trade you.
No. I like. Well, the bag would be cool if it had this like green, like a green grass design with like the little Mario Golf, not like the game's logo on the box, but like
a Luigi.
No, not like that, but like it was like white. It looked like it was like a nice like country club looking fucking golf logo.
Silhouette.
Yeah. And then the other side is just like the front cover of the box, but like really shitty printed on this fabric that the thing was made out of. I wish it was just the green all the way around. That would have been really cool. Well, not really cool. It would have been fine.
Yeah. Did you pre-order it?
No, I did not. I just went to Target and had it. Got it.
Right. Fair enough.
A day one sort of a thing. Not intentional. I didn't know they had it.
I also didn't know they had it. Anyway, this is the end. Unless one more hour, baby.
I don't have